my name's Katie and welcome to my shed. I reckon I'm going to get confused whilst doing this video because I'm just finishing off the screen print that you can see behind me, which would have been last week's video, and I'm starting next week's video now. I was going to put it all in one and then realised that was stupid because it was going to be stupidly long again. The screen printing has stressed me out so much, not stressed me out, but it wasn't as pleasant as I would like, that I'm going to do some painting. I'm going to do an acrylic painting because I feel like I've done lots of experimenting recently with the watercolours and with the printing, and I just want to do a painting where I can relax and enjoy myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I haven't quite decided which image I'm going to do yet, so I'm just priming my board, and then I'm off to football in a minute, and then this afternoon art club is meeting, so I'm going to go there with this nice fresh canvas and start something new. I did want to say I had this really lovely surprise in the week. Another YouTuber that I watch, Amanda, and I don't know how to do what she did for me, but she gave me a little shout out on her video, which was really unexpected and lovely. Her art is amazing, really sort of lifelike but still illustrative style. I don't know if I've explained that very well, but yeah, she's really great. So check her videos out. She's much more informative than me as well, so I will try and work out how to link her. It might just be that I write her name and her YouTube handle and things in the bottom of the chat, because I don't know how to do it any other way. But I might also Google it and then put it in now. Okay, so did I do that or not? Or was there just a long pause? I am I'm using a clear gesso again, and I am putting some marks on, which you can see on there, some blocky marks. I quite like, as you know, if you've watched videos before, I like to put some texture on, but I like squares, almost like a woven effect, but not that neat. And because I'm not 100% sure what image I'm painting yet, I'm not putting any shapes on, but sometimes I'll mark some shapes in with the gesso just to add a bit of extra texture. But I'm not doing that now. And it is a pre-gessoed board, like it's primed, you're ready, it's good to go. I think it's by Gorilla Art. Let me check this one out. This one is this one, Gorilla Painter. Triple titanium primed. So I'll add some more priming to it. I just like the extra texture. I'm not a fan of that sort of canvas look on my paintings. So right, that's ready to go, almost. Not quite sure on some of those marks. And I'm going to go and have a think, and look around, and see if I can remember what I said. Oh, I'll paint that next, because I can't remember what I said I was going to do. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Okie dokie, I am back from football. Oh my goodness, and let's get my stuff ready. I'm really torn. I was going to do this, I'm going to take stuff to do this painting, but I was almost thinking of taking just a sketchbook and just trying to play for a bit. So I might do both. And when I get back home, I'll let you know what I've done. And I will come back to you and show you what I'm taking. Okay, I've gone with selecting acrylic paints, my little travel box, which has got a few pastels and bits and bobs in, and watercolour papers, sketchbook, got the canvas. I'm going to probably do the acrylic painting, or at least make a start on it, and then when I get a bit bored, then I'll do some doodling and playing in my sketchbook. So that's the plan. I'll let you know what I've done when I get back, and then tomorrow we will we'll carry on painting on whatever I've started. I bet you can't guess what I decided to draw in the end, can you? Have a guess, go on. Actually, I've just realised it will be in the thumbnail picture, won't it? But never mind. I hope you had a guess. So I didn't really feel comfortable filming and talking while I was around there, but I started with some underpainting of Permanent Rose, Winsor Newton and some blue, just to map out the shapes and some of the movement that I was hoping to get. And then I infilled with a little bit more of the blue to represent some of the sky. Then you'll see that I just keep working on that. I've put in a few of the darker blues here just to try and give a little bit of tone, but it wasn't quite dark enough. And then we've gone in with some greens and a little bit more movement in there with some more of the blues. And then I think I come in with a bit darker colour now. Yeah, there we go, a bit of darker greens and some of the, use Payne's grey there for the darks with some blue. It's still looking a bit too pink there, so I have gone over it with a bit of white and a bit more of the Payne's grey just to knock it back and get in a bit more tone and definition. And then I think the next few photos are just me adding and tweaking, adding a little bit more of the movement. And then it was time for a bit more coffee and a can of Pepsi and some of homemade biscuits and a bit of tweaking. So I think the next few photos are just little bits of tweaking here and there. Look at me, I look a right state. Had a lovely afternoon. We're actually, I was there much longer than normal today. Mainly because I was painting and it was working, hurrah! And also Lou and I were chatting a lot about like the next workshops that we're going to be doing and coming up with our timetable for the rest of the year. So that's exciting. So we'll have that. I'll do the room booking, venue booking today, and then hopefully be able to get that all confirmed and out by the end of the week. My chair's gone very wobbly. So I was using acrylics, a mixture of different acrylic paints. So there was Winsor Newton and Liquitex, which I think it was just Winsor Newton and Liquitex actually that I've used, and yeah, I didn't use any of the ones that I've taken, not yet. It's not completely finished, but we are very nearly there, so you would have seen it at this point. So it's underpainted in what's it, Winsor Newton Permanent Rose is the underpainting, and I chose that colour because I wanted it to represent a little bit of sort of blossomy colours, and the idea was I was going to paint it out completely, but actually I like the way it looks at the moment, so I think I'm going to leave it. I don't really want to paint it all out. I will probably paint out some of the pink in the sky, a little bit more of it, but not too much, and maybe pop in a few more darks. But as it stands, actually I really like it, so I'm probably going to leave it for a little while and then decide what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, so I was really pleased with that, and then I'll come back and look at the the screen prints, which are not going to plan, and thought, oh, I should have done it. I should have just painted it in the first place, but we will see if we can replicate any of it and get it a bit better. How's this dry? It's still really tacky. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done to it to make it so tacky. It takes so long to dry. Anyway, right, I will catch you up over the next couple of days. I might pop in tomorrow and do a little bit more on something, but we'll definitely have a bit more of a chat before the video ends. Okay, see you later. Bye. So on Sunday I went to a little exhibition in Long Melford in Suffolk called Country Matters, and it was at the Imagine Gallery, and I just thought I'd pop in some of the pictures of the art that I really liked there. I was actually going because one of my friends was exhibiting, and I should have put some of his pictures in, but I didn't. Sorry, Trevor. I really loved this little tawny owl that's coming up, and I am now regretting my choices of not getting it. So, just going to finish off some of the bits from yesterday. If I can get this in a decent position. I think that's okay. I just want to tidy up a little bit around the wings. I may take out some of the pink from the sky, but first of all I'm going to start with tidying up the wings because I think that's probably where I need to start. And I used a couple of different blues. Just unpack all this lot. That's the Liquitex. So the Liquitex Brilliant Blue, and she says, if I can find it, the Winsor Newton Cerulean Blue. So that's the Brilliant Blue. I quite like that one actually. I don't think that is that one. I think it's a light blue. Do I put that? And let's tidy up these bits around here, because if you can see here it's quite nice and crisp. There it's all gone a little bit mushy. Maybe want a mushy wing. It's a bit dull, isn't it? You would think if I'm going to half do paintings and then finish them off, I'd take note of what colours I'd used. So I've got the Winsor Newton Professional Acrylic Titanium White. I still like the Liquitex Heavy Bodies, but these professionals actually, they're just, I don't know, a little bit creamier maybe. Thinking I might go on time lapse actually, because otherwise you're going to listen to me huffing and puffing. I think that might be finished, which is a really weird thing to say, because as you know I normally spend months faffing around with a painting and can't decide when it's done or not, but I feel like this one doesn't need anything else at the moment. I mean, I will leave it for a little while and maybe come back to it, and I could add in more detail. So there's like the feet, I think could take a bit more detail, but I actually like the fact there's not much there. It really does feel like it's, for me it feels like it's moving. The picture feels quite dynamic, and there's a good mixture of sort of flat bits of colour and then the movement. It's definitely not how I thought it would end up, because I think I was planning on getting rid of all of the pink around in the blue tip, but actually it feels like it's almost there. I particularly like these little marks here that I like, and these ones around the wing. So I'm going to leave that to dry for a little while, and yeah, we'll see. What do you think? Could it take a bit more? I suspect the reason why I've managed to feel it's finished quicker than normal is just because all I've done for the last week is Great Tits. Is it over a week? I can't remember when I started. It was after the school run, wasn't it? Where I'd seen those Great Tits. And so all I've done the watercolours. What else have I done? I've done the mixed media. All of those awful screen prints. Actually, they're not awful, they're looking alright, but this is still not finished. I've still got at least one more colour to go. And then this. So I think maybe I've just drawn it so many times. I feel like I know what I like and what I don't like. So yeah, right, let me stop. You don't want to stare at that any longer. Yeah, I think it is. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly grab, I think that frame will fit it. Let's grab this frame. It absolutely, it's gone so grey out there, hasn't it? Let's see if this frame fits it. I'm not sure if it's the right size. Yeah, I think it is. A bit of feel for whether it's done. Oh, this frame is, there you go, falling apart in my arms. I like to use it just to help me identify whether the picture is complete or not. So I've just quickly popped a frame around it. I keep this spare frame in here just to help me do this, to basically identify whether or not a painting's finished. And it's really helpful looking at it in the viewfinder as well, because it gives me a little bit of distance from it. I'm really pleased with it. I'm happy with how it looks. I will keep it on the side for a little while and just I might come back to it and tweak it, but at the moment we're going to leave it be. So I think this video is probably going to be pretty quick because a lot of the painting was done when I was not here. It was when I was in my art group. So I think overall it's been quite successful. Obviously I've used a technique and my style of painting that I've used many times before, and feels much more comfortable to me than the watercolours and of the screen prints above. I think it's just, I've been doing more painting recently, so it feels more natural to me. So this one has been in, I've used some Liquitex, but mainly it's the Winsor Newton professional colours that I've been using, and it's quite a limited palette. I've used 2 greens, 2 blues, 2 yellows and a white. Yeah, so for me that's quite limited because I do have a tendency to keep going and add more and more colours. So maybe that's why it's, oh, and I used the rose, sorry, forgot about that one, the underpainting rose colour. So maybe that's why it's felt more successful, because I haven't gone in, I haven't overworked it, I haven't used hundreds of colours, so it feels a little bit more lively and easier to read, maybe. Well, thank you very much for watching and joining me on this quick little journey. It's probably one of the quickest paintings I've ever done. It took me about 5 hours in total, which is not long for me. Let me know what you think, whether you think it's finished, whether you like it. If you don't like it, don't tell me, because you know, it makes me sad. I'm precious, I'm an artist. I just need praise all the time. So just say nice things. I will try and get some photography. When I know I'm definitely happy, I'll get the photography done and get this get it uploaded for sale. Because once I get it framed, particularly if I put glass in it, then that's when I really struggle to get the photography right, and that's why things haven't been listed. I have still got to finish the screen print tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. You'll actually see that video before you see this one, because this video is Saturday's video. that being said, if I can't get that screen print finished tomorrow, this video will come out first. I'm waffling. So have a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Take care.